Hey guys, what's up? I'm a Salty Panda here, and today I'm going to be trying something new, something I have never done before. Obviously, by the title, this is going to be a voiceover of me explaining kind of like how I got into gaming. Since this is something new that I've never even like dabbled in before, this could be like this could go really wrong and it could be really bad. So if it is, just kind of bear with me. I'm learning as I go. Also, I'm going to explain the gameplay real quick. Obviously, this is going to be game clips of me playing Black Ops 4, and they're not really the best clips, but I kind of just wanted to get everything together quickly because I wanted to do this, as soon as possible. I'm also completing a wide variety of different challenges, so if I'm running something weird, then that's why. So without making this intro any longer, I'm going to get into it. I have notes, so if I take awkward pauses, then I'm reading my notes, by the way. Okay, to begin, I started out playing video games at a really young age, to the point where I don't remember much. I started off playing on the original Nintendo at my grandparents because they had one, and to be honest, I'm not sure why. The three games I remember playing the most was Duck Hunt, Disney Aladdin, and Super Mario Brothers. I don't exactly remember when, but sometime after I started playing the Nintendo a lot, I did end up getting a pink Nintendo Game Boy, which I adored. I played that so much. There are three games that I remember playing the most on, which one of them was a bunch of SpongeBob games I didn't even try to look up because I don't even remember at all. I just remember playing it a lot. Another one was was one called Shrek Super Slam, and this you could choose your character, and then you could choose a map, and then basically you just fight everyone. And I remember having a blast with this game. I thought it was so funny, and I loved it. Sniffles. Great. Ooh, my air conditioning went off. That's nice. The next game that I played a lot on my Game Boy was what I consider a downgraded Nintendogs, which is literally just called Dogs. But I remember playing this a lot. I loved this game. I was addicted to this game. And eventually when I got a DS, I did play a lot of Nintendogs. Once I got my red Nintendo DS, again, I only remember playing three games a lot, which were Nintendogs, Imagine Teacher, and a theme park game that I'm pretty sure was just called Theme Park. But actually, I think out of those three games, I played the theme park game a lot. More than the others. I'm gonna say around age 8, although I could be way off. But I ended up getting the original Xbox, and this was the first really big step into how I got into gaming. Because once I got the Xbox, I started playing religiously. It was not actually healthy, probably. Some games that I played a decent amount of was Shrek 2, Madagascar. I played a little bit of a Harry Potter game, although it was my sister's, but she didn't really play a lot. And then I also played Brother in Arms, Earned in Blood, which was my first ever war type game, which I don't think I even played a lot of it. I think I mostly watched my dad play that game. One game that I played a lot was a NASCAR game, and normally, even today, I don't really like racing games, but this one kind of holds a spot in my heart for me because this was a game that I played a ton of with my dad. So we would bond over this game. We played so much of this game. It was ridiculous. Even if it was one of those games where even if I didn't win, I didn't care because I was just having a lot of fun with it. Sniffles. Oh god, coughs. The next game that I kind of want to talk about is Halo 2. Now Halo 2. Oh, my air conditioning. The next game that I want to talk about is Halo 2. Now, Halo 2 is the game that I want to say truly, like, really got me into gaming. And that's because I played this game so many times I probably can't even count. Like, I don't even know why I was so interested in this one particular game, but like, I could not stop playing this game. It would start off by me just watching my sister and my dad play it, and I was actually like terrified of the game. And like, especially the hunters, like, they'd get to parts where they'd be fighting hunters, and I'd be like, nah fam, I'm out, like, y'all have fun with that, but I'm yeeting out of this. And then I even remember, like, specifically having nightmares about, like, hunters outside my house, like, trying to get me, and I'd just, like, stay inside the house and, like, avoid windows and stuff. Like, I don't know, I was, like, scared of it, but I still was so interested in this game. Man, why I should record this when I don't feel like crap. But no, I wanted to do it now, and now I'm freezing because of my air conditioning. This is all going downhill so quick. I did end up playing with them, except we were playing free-for-all instead of the campaign. And, you know, of course, at first, I was horrible. And since I was a little kid, of course, I would get, like, very frustrated and upset, like, very easily. Like, if I kept dying over and over and over again, especially, you know, by rocket launchers, because that was fun. But then, you know, as we started playing a lot more, I started getting better. You know, like, I got to the point where I could actually beat them, which was nice. Around this time, my sister lost, like, complete interest in video games altogether, which was kind of upsetting for me. I mean, we still played sometimes, but that's, like, I mean, we didn't play that much. I didn't mind too much, though, because I still had my dad to play with, and that was, you know, I had such a fun time playing video games with them. That was kind of, like, our bonding thing. I've always been, like, really close to my dad. And so I remember thinking that Halo 2 was like the hardest game ever, even though I haven't played too many games, especially games related to like Halo, like the style of the game. But, you know, we would just keep going and going and going until we finally would beat, you know, that part of the campaign. Eventually, my dad, I don't think he, like, lost interest, but, you know, he has work. And so he got to the point where he was just too busy to play. And so, you know, he always had to work. So I resulted in playing the campaign all by myself multiple times. Because for some reason I didn't lose interest in it. And I could play that game, you know, for hours. Although I was fine playing the Halo 2 campaign all by myself, I did eventually get my best friend at the time into the game. So then me and her would go through the campaign a lot. Like, I don't even know how many times we went through it, but it was a lot because we would start off on like easiest difficulty and then ended up going all the way to the hardest difficulty, and that took forever for us to beat, you know, because we were kids, like pretty young kids, but we ended up doing it. I remember specifically we would come home every day after school, because the Xbox was in the living room, because it wasn't like specifically mine, although I mean at this point I kind of claimed it to be mine. But we would pull up chairs, like dining room chairs, all the way to the TV, put our feet up like on the entertainment center, and just play as soon as we got home from school. Like, even during school, that's all we like talked about. Well, it's all I talked about. I'm such a nerd, guys. It's yeah. If you haven't figured that out already. I'm dying over here. Oh, look, my air conditioning went off. Watch. Oh, later, you okay? Why'd you just bark? Stop eating your paw. Oh my god, my dog needs medicine. Hang on. I just dropped my notes. Now, if the story couldn't get even more nerdy, while oh god, this is actually embarrassing. While we would play, we would actually there goes my air conditioning. Thanks. while we would play the game, we would record ourselves with it, and not even like gameplay. Like it'd literally be facing us and like our facial reactions, and it was like the really old tape recorders that you would have to put like a tape in, and I still have that today, and I actually still have all those like tapes. And each tape was like 2 hours long, and I have like probably 4 of those tapes just of us playing and our facial reactions. And they're actually like really hilarious, but like really embarrassing. I think this also kind of started when I really got into like filming. I mean, I even filmed before then, but I think this is when I got into like gaming and like filming game, even though I wasn't filming the game. That was I was filming ourselves. Just like everyone else, except me, of course, she also lost interest in the game. She didn't completely lose interest in gaming, but just this game. So we ended up playing a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 at her house because she had a PlayStation. Which is also when we started playing a lot of Little Big Planet, and when I got into like specifically gaming YouTube videos. So we did play Left 4 Dead 2 quite a lot. And this is kind of the same story as the Halo 2, and the fact that this game scared me quite a bit, but I still was really interested in it. Like, I remember having really bad nightmares to the point where I wouldn't even like close my eyes at night because I was so scared. So I would be pulling like all-nighters all the time because I was so scared of the game. But of course, I still loved the game and I played it a lot. I guess you can kind of consider this like my first horror game, like air quotations around horror, because it's not really, but like at that time, oh boy, you best believe I considered that game a horror game. I think it was also like my first zombie game too. Yeah, it definitely was. Okay, so let's move on. Then I ended up getting a PlayStation 3, and what I mainly played on the PlayStation 3 was just all of the skate games. I was addicted to those games. Like, I can't, like, I don't even know how to describe how addicted I was to these games. But I also played Guitar Hero quite a bit. Another game I played a lot was, I think, what is it called? MX versus ATV Untamed. I played this a lot with my dad, and once again, it's one of those racing games that I'm normally not into, but this was like super fun, and I literally loved playing that game. After the PlayStation 3, I ended up getting a Wii, and I feel like I say this for everything, but I played a lot of it. I mean, I play a lot of like everything, but I know some of the games that I played like a decent amount of was the Wii Sports, the Wii Carnival, but what I mostly played was the Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario Brothers. With the Super Mario Brothers, me and my best friend at the time also filmed ourselves again, but with this game, and yeah. The second like big step, or I guess I could say like the last big step of my like gaming journey has been when I got an Xbox 360 along with Xbox Live. This was the first time I experienced online gameplay, and I remember being like amazed that you could play with people like around the world. I thought it was like the coolest thing. The first game that I ever played on my Xbox 360, or like my first ever game I played online, was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I believe that was actually my first Call of Duty I ever played as well, even though I went back, like in the future, I went back and played older Call of Duties. During this game, I also remember being very, very frustrated because like everyone was so good. Like compared to me, everyone was so good. Because, you know, I wasn't used to any Call of Duty or any online games. I was like, I thought it was impossible. I thought like I was just gonna give up on the game because I like could never kill anyone. Also, I didn't mention this, but I think around this time I was 13. So I was still, you know, pretty young. And this is also when I started, you know, obviously meeting people online. And I did end up meeting a pretty big group of people who I ended up becoming friends with, and to this day I still talk to two of them pretty often. But I was really shy, and so I didn't really talk much, even though we were all considered friends. I think the only time I ever talked for like the first few months was when I like laughed, because I laugh at everything, like literally everything. So yeah, it's the only time I talked to them for a while, but eventually I opened up and I talked to them. So as soon as Black Ops 2 came out, I bought it because I was already really big into Call of Duty. And at this time, I never played Black Ops 1. I mean, I did a little bit, but not a lot. And I really hated it at first because I thought it was too like futuristic and I didn't like it. But quickly I fell in love with this game. To this day, this is my favorite Call of Duty game. This was also the Call of Duty that I was best at, like, not to toot my own horn because I'm not good, really. But this game, I was literally a champ in. I got really addicted to it. I think this is my most played game ever. I mean, I forgot how many days I had played on this game, but it was a lot. Because I would literally just stay up all night playing this game. I remember I was actually like one of the first Prestige Masters that I ever saw online. And also I was one of the first people that ever got diamond guns. I don't remember, I can't remember what I got diamond first. But I did eventually become like, I don't know how to say this without sounding really stupid and lame, but I was really into sniping, and I was really good at sniping, so I got diamond snipers pretty fast. I miss my ballista. The ballista was actually my #1 most used gun, and man, I miss it because I can't snipe in like any other game, but you best believe in that game I could. This is also the game where I met a lot of people and had a lot of friends, and I'm not gonna lie, I think half of that is because of me just being a girl. And I'm actually planning on making a whole nother video about being a girl who games, but that's in the future. But the other half of that, I believe it's because of me doing good. And I remember either getting a bunch of messages saying that they loved me and I was amazing, or it was getting death threats. It was literally nothing in between. So, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn for this whole section of the video, but I played a lot of One in the Chamber, and I don't think I ever lost like a lot of games. Like, I feel like 99% of the time I would win, and it wouldn't even be like by like 1 kill. It was by a lot. At the end of Black Ops 2 was when I started doing competitive, and I wish I would have started doing competitive before the end because I was really good and I felt like I could have went pretty far for competitive with Black Ops 2. But I didn't really do too much. I just did like duos. This is when I really got into watching competitive too, and of course my favorite team was Optic. And I remember at that time a lot of people liked Nadeshot, and a little bit before then they liked Nadeshot, but I always loved Scump, and I still love Scump, and he's like the only reason I still like Optic is because of Scump. But yeah. After this, I got into Advanced Warfare, and I did competitive and Advanced Warfare as well. I think during the whole time of Advanced Warfare, I was doing competitive. I was on, I think, 2 different teams. I don't remember for sure. I think the first team I was on, we all just kind of like dropped, like the team just kind of fell apart. And the second team, we played a lot. We were doing pretty good. Like, we got sponsors. Like, we had opportunities to travel to lands, but unfortunately I couldn't because it interfered with me being in high school at the time. And so it just kind of, I couldn't obviously skip school, even though I would love to do lands, because I think it was like on a Monday or something, I don't know. But so I think I ended up dropping out of that team for multiple reasons, and one of it was just because of me being in high school and trying to juggle competitive high school, or any school really, is really hard. And then I think I had a few issues with the leader of that team, so I just dropped. I don't have much to say for Black Ops 3. Like, I liked the game, and I played a little bit of comp in this, but not too much. I don't know, I don't remember too much of Black Ops 3, to be honest. I played it, but I didn't play as much of it as the other games, but I still liked it. For World War II, I didn't play any comp, and I didn't even play it very much. To be honest, I didn't really like it. Like, it was okay, and I could see how some people liked it, but just for my taste, obviously since I like the Black Ops series, I just wasn't a big fan of the World War II. For Black Ops 4, I can say that I really like Black Ops 4. I like it better than Black Ops 3. Well, do I like it than Black Ops 2? No, because that's my game. But I do like Black Ops 4. I did play a little bit of competitive, but I ended up stopping for multiple reasons that I don't think I'm going to get into. But I can say that one reason is because of college. Like, right now, college is really hard on me, and it's really stressful. So I can't put a lot of time into competitive, and when you play competitive, then yeah, you gotta put in quite a bit of time into it. For my future plans with gaming, I mean, obviously you can't really plan out, but I don't think I'm ever gonna do competitive again. I do like watching it, and it is fun, but I just can't get behind it anymore. And I don't know, I mean, that's really all I have to say about how I got into gaming. Alright guys, so that does it for this video, and I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And I don't know, I kind of like doing voiceover videos. I know I have one planned for the future, another voiceover, but I don't know, we'll just see where this goes. But yeah, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.